Hi, I'm Soleil. I'm currently a sophomore at Sarah Lawrence College. I thought that something was going to go wrong in some way. I thought maybe my luggage was going to get lost. Usually when I travel, something goes wrong, so I just assumed, oh yeah, something's going to go wrong this time. But that's not at all what happened, and it went very smoothly. First off, I highly advise wearing comfortable shoes because you're going to be walking around campus a lot. Definitely bring lots of sunscreen. No matter when you go, there will always be lots of sun, and it's beautiful there, but you want to be safe. Bring your own water bottle because they don't supply plastic bottles for you. And I also advise to stay off your phone as much as possible. I mean, there won't be any service or internet access, but you really want to take that time to enjoy what's around you in that moment. Before I went, I thought that it was just going to be desert. That wasn't at all what it was. It was much more beautiful than I expected. We were directly on Lake Victoria, and it was like a little beach. There was sand, there's lots of wildlife around. You saw geckos, you saw fish, you would see dragonflies all over the place. There were beautiful flowers growing. It was a very beautiful place. Before I arrived at JBFC, I thought that it was just going to be one building. It said JBFC and that's it. I thought it was going to be a lot more compact. I didn't think that there was going to be a school and all these different little houses for the girls there. And instead, what it was is you had multiple different buildings. You had bungalows, you had the guest house, you had a restaurant that was run by JBFC where all the profits go towards the orphanage. You actually had two schools, and there are multiple houses for the girls. And there was a large cafeteria area that was kind of like a house, but it was in the center of campus. It was intimidating at first, honestly, because of that language barrier. Their main language is Swahili. It was very nerve-wracking because I knew that I probably wasn't going to say something right. I don't speak it fluently, but I figured I'd at least make an effort. And they're very gracious about that, and they also tried to speak English back as well. I did a lot of different jobs. I learned how to plant, so I helped with the farming there. The Maasai tribe actually lived with us, and they had their own farm, so we learned how to plant passion and lime, and we got to tutor the girls. So we got to teach them English, and we had these things called reading buddies. When the girls would come back from school, they would meet up with us and they'd pick out a book and they would read to us, and we'd help them with their English. I got to help redesign their science classrooms. I got to paint my own murals, and I did, each wall was themed to different science. I loved it all, honestly, but I really love getting to know the girls. I love talking to them, hearing their stories, learning about their culture. I'd say there were two things. The first was the language barrier, just because they're fluent in Swahili. I'm not, but that's okay. I mean, that's part of the learning process for both of us. The girls are learning English. I want to learn Swahili. And then the second thing was the fact that I knew that I had to leave them at some point. Even though I was only there for a few weeks, you develop such strong connections with these girls, and it's heartbreaking to know that you're going to have to leave them at some point. You develop friendships that you'll never forget. You hear stories that you're never going to forget. And the fact that I had to leave at that point was sad, and hopefully someday I can go back.